What is going on, everybody? Today I'm going to show you the complete procedure on how you can integrate your React frontend to your Django backend. What I mean is that we will only use one server for running both of our frontend app and our backend app instead of using two of them. Because when we run our React app, it runs on port 3000 as default, and our backend runs on port 8000. And of course, before you dive into this video, I assume that you already have at least a basic knowledge of Django as your backend, as well as a basic knowledge in creating your React as your frontend. And you can apply these steps to your existing Django backend and React frontend app. But I'm just going to create this app from scratch to really understand how to implement this. So without further ado, let's start integrating our web app. I'm just going to create our Django app first. So let's create a folder here. Let's call this one as DJ React integration, and let's open this folder. I'm going to launch this into our Visual Studio Code. So let's type cmd in this directory, and the shortcut to run this in our Visual Studio Code is to type code space dot. And now I'm just going to close this one. Oops. So let's launch our terminal into our Visual Studio Code by pressing the Control backticks. I'm just going to create a virtual environment real quick, and I will use virtual env, but you can use different like pip env, or you can directly install this to your machine. But I prefer to use virtual environment to avoid conflicts in the future, like if there's an update and it needs to have an exact version of the Python modules that you use. And if you don't have a virtual environment, just install this one via pip, typing pip install virtual env. Since I already installed this one, it says requirement already satisfied. So now let's create our virtual environment. Just clear this one. Say virtual env. I'm going to call this one as venv. And we have this folder right now. So if we go to this folder, and inside the scripts, we have this activate. This is what we're going to use. So let's just type in source venv scripts activate. For Linux or for Mac users, this could be bin instead of scripts, but bin. But for Windows, it could be scripts. So let's activate this virtual environment. Now you can see this open and close parentheses. It means that you are activated. So let's install our Django. And now we can create our Django app by typing Django admin start project, and let's call this one backend dot, because we are already in the main directory, and to avoid nested folders like what we are in right now. So I just added dot after that. Okay, just close this, and now we have this backend. Okay, so this should be the structure of your project for now. And then let's also create our front end by creating it via npm. So or npx create React app, and then say front end. Since I'm using Yarn, I will not use npx, but if you use npx, just type like this. So if you're using Yarn, this could be Yarn create React dash app, then the name of your app. So front end. Okay, so this is the structure of our project. Inside this DG React integration folder, we have 3 folders in it. We have the backend, the front end, and the virtual env. We have also the manage.py file. And then let's go ahead and build our front end. So to build this front end, you should go to this directory first. It's cd front end, and now let's run like npm run build for using the node package manager or npm. But for me, since I'm using Yarn, I'm just type yarn run build, and this will build my project. So after we totally build our app, which means that it's ready for production, we should have this build folder in the front end folder. And now, since we're done here, let's go back to the main directory, cd dot, to go back. Oops, cd dot dot, cd dot dot. And now we are here. So let me just go to my backend to settings.py, and then here we have to configure something. We have to import the OS, and then scroll down and go to templates. Inside these dirs, we have to put some os.path.join the base directory, and then we have to join the front end and then build. Say like front end, comma, build. Oops. And now let's save this one. Okay, let's go ahead to our urls.py. Now let's import from django.urls, import the repath. We also have to import from django.views.generic, import template view, and then let's put the template view here. Say repath dot asterisk, and then template view that as view, the template name equals to index.html. Okay, so this index.html is from our build folder, and then this one, since we already connected our templates here, the front end and then build, we can access these files, and we have to access this index.html and put it into our URLs. So let's save everything, save, and then let's run our backend. Python manage.py run server. This should run to port 8000. Okay, now let's go to this link. Follow this link 127.0.0.1, and now we have this blank page. Okay, instead of that default Django page, we have this blank page. And now if you see the title, we have this React app. It means that we already connected our React to our Django. So but we need to load the static files here. So what we want to do is go back to your Visual Studio Code, and inside these settings, scroll down to the bottom. We have to add the static files dirs. Static, oops, files, dirs, and then this is going to be the os.path.join base directory, front end, the build, and then this is what we're going to join here, the static folder, static. Okay, let's save everything and go back to our browser. Now let's reload. This should work. Boom. So here we go. We are now successfully integrate our Django backend to our React front end. But let's just make some, like, a little bit of changes into our front end to really see if this works. So let's go to our front end. Let me just close this one since we're done with connecting this. I'm just doing this extra stuff. Go to front end in source here. So let me just make changes here and remove everything inside this div. Then let me just display just an h1 of hello world from React. Save it, and before this one's changes, you should build this, because the build folder inside here is not updated. So let's just close this for now. So cd front end and say yarn run build to build everything again, and let's go back cd dot dot, then it's python manage.py run server. Okay, go back to this, and if we reload, we should have this hello world from React. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope this helps you. And if it is, consider to drop a like in this video, and I really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell to stay updated to my new uploads in the future. Bye everyone.